Time to trim the fat off the bone. This is a rack of rib cream coming at you, CBR. Give it up for the grounds. The smoker is smoking in 3, 2, 1. And you are off.
Hey, welcome. This is the last CBR of 2018. And CBR is just a series that's been going on for many years. I believe that's Jeff Prince. No, that was that was Patrick. So the first lap of this race, Patrick has been he's a hell of a, what do you call him, a grill master. He barbecues a lot. So on this day, he barbecued and had some tri-tip and ribs and chicken and all kind of stuff. So he gave out a little rack of ribs on the first lap. So literally the speeds are high because this food is really good. So right at the beginning, you may have seen that I was off the bike. My chain actually fell. I'm not on my Specialized today. I left my Specialized in Chicago for the Intelligentsia Cup after I was there for Glencoe a couple weeks ago. Actually, that was last week. Wow. So I hopped on my Basso, which I haven't been on in some time. But I remember how great it felt. It's a really nice ride, but it needed some tuning up as I haven't been on it in a while. So that's one complete lap. If you look to the right, you can see what the course description is. I finally dialed in my cameras, make sure they work. And I'm kind of just cutting through the race at this point. I didn't have power on this bike. I have a Pioneer on my Giant, which I'll be using for Ram, and then my Specialized, which I do most of my crit racing on. So Pioneer has been a great sponsor this year, making sure the team and myself have the tools to be successful. So what's going on right now, that's Steven Salazar. He's right in front of me, and there's a break of about 4 guys. I started off in the back, so I kind of missed what was going on. So I was getting Salazar motivated to chase the group. So at this point, I'm over it, and I'm going to just stick my head in the wind. You notice my heart rate was pretty low, 156, and it shoots up pretty rapidly after I take off. This is about a 2% uphill with a headwind, cross headwind, and then you make the left-hand turn right here. It's a full-on headwind. You can see my heart rate went up close to 180. Actually, it is 180, and I got my speeds up to about 32 miles an hour in headwind. Well, this is a good effort for me because I haven't done any hard riding since I got back from Chicago. So these 2 guys, I guess, weren't motivated to be in the break, and I was a little disappointed to get across and use this effort and to see that it was Pat Boss, and I'm not sure who the South Bay woman rider is, but not a good combination. And I just sped it up because I wanted you to look in the rear view mirror or the rear camera and see that the field is actually chasing full on. So they thought the 3 of us were dangerous. I didn't think we had a chance whatsoever. So right there is Madoff. He is the leader of the 40 plus, I believe. I don't know if it's 45 or 40. So what they do, they combine 35s and 45s together. So the blue jersey is the leader of 35 plus, which is on the backs of Danny Cam. Right now, if you look at my rear view camera, I'm talking to Pishon. I'm saying, look, there's too many guys going off the front. Now there's another guy. I just yelled at Salazar to chase the group down. So as you see, we're cruising right here, and then Sally finally gets to the front, and the speeds gets a little higher. Again, I'm just speeding it up for time's sake here. So this was important. So the reason I'm moving up right now is because Salazar's doing a dig. I have to be prepared for a counter attack. So if I'm too far back, I'll totally miss the counter, and it'll be no excuse. It'll be basically a waste of effort from Sally. So I gave him a little nudge just to get back in there and stay active. And you see, he kept moving. I mean, that was like, this is what you want your teammates to do. You don't want to have to think for them. And I think we've been racing long enough to know each other. So there are times where you do have to yell, and towards the end of this video, you will hear some of that. But for the most part, Salazar did a great job just anticipating the moves. And I have to do my part, too, and anticipate the counter move. So it doesn't make any sense for your teammate to do a big effort and you don't do anything to protect it. So right here, Madoff has been pulling for 15, 20 laps. He's about 3 riders behind me right now, but there's a dangerous group, and I do have a teammate in it. However, it was 3 guys with one of my guys, and now it's 4 guys, and every team is represented. And the reason I took a dig right here is because I just wasn't 100% comfortable in the move. I feel like because Methods to Winning have a really solid team that the 3 guys will race against Max. So I didn't want Max, which is my teammate, to be up there alone. Some people may say, why is Bahati chasing this down? Well, I just explained why. And as the leader of the team, I'm confident that I made the right decision. So this was a very hard effort. Heart rate got up to about 183. I was pretty happy with the way this effort felt over the last one, even though I'm going a mile an hour slower. This was a much longer calculated effort. I just couldn't go all out. I had to kind of pace myself for that. It was like a third of the lap almost. So you can see the field is absolutely split. Right now, I'm gasping for air, 186. I finally get there. I'm trying to just like relax now, and I'm thinking, okay, this is a nice split. It's about 12 guys, so we should be able to roll this thing. All the teams will be represented, but I'm not 100% sure who was in the field behind chasing. So Lagrange is upset that I chased him down. I don't think he gets many opportunities to be in a break. I think he's in the 45 plus category. We had a good laugh about it. I just told him, hey man, I'm racing my bike. You know, he was pretty disappointed. So we still have a split. I'm still thinking, not bad. You know, if we can make it over this hill and not get caught by the group, I think we'll have a chance to make it to the finish. I mean, you got Easter behind me. I see Scott from Sirius Cycling just ahead of Lagrange. Madoff's there. My teammate Max is there. There's Thurlow Rogers bringing up the rear. Who else was up there? I think we had a couple other guys from Hit Squad, so solid group. But by the time we get to the last turn right here, this 2.5–3% hill with the cross headwind hurts and takes a lot out of you. So you can see it's over. That's it. Everyone's starting to sit up. 24 miles an hour will not get it done. So we're all back together.
And still Jason.
Look at the chain ring to the guy to the right. Oh, we missed him. So we're getting down to the end right here, and I'm gonna not do a lot of talking. I just want you guys to listen to some of the things that's going on back and forth between my teammates and I. So here we are in the last lap. I was growing a little frustrated because there's 2 guys off the front, and we are not going to catch them if my team doesn't get on the front. There's a Hit Squad guy. I think it was Pat Boss. I can't remember who the second guy was, but there's no way we're going to catch them. They got about 15 seconds on us, almost out of sight, out of mind, until we get this long straightaway on the backside. Steven did an excellent job just bringing it up to speed. He's going 33, 34 miles an hour, which is exactly what we needed. So I give the group in front of me a little gap, because I knew I had Bagley, who's a fast guy, also Danny Cam, he's right behind me too. So these two guys, you know, if timed right, I think they have an opportunity to beat me. I was just far off the wheel that I was still in the draft, but not really. And this is the part that really saved the day for me. Sally's done. Danny Cam got a little excited and started his sprint from at the bottom of the hill. From the bottom to the top to the finish line, it's easily 700-800 meters. So he basically gave me a bitchin' lead out. I got in his slipstream, and then I kicked again. I wanted to go, you know, as fast as I can go into the last corner, which I did, 36 miles an hour. Got my heart rate up pretty good. I came out of the corner. I looked through my elbows and noticed that I had a gap and I was going to win the race. And I had a flat tire, so thank God I didn't crash. That's 2 wins in a row. And I'd like to thank Methods to Winning, Pack Timo Clothing, Fast Forward Wheels, Forza Socks, Pioneer Power Meters, Rock and Roll Bike Shop, Seth Davison, the Injury Bike Lawyer, and S&P Saddles. Thanks for all your support.